Welcome back, everybody. Automotive Inc. Today we got some treats for you. So we are in a 2025 Chevy Silverado HD 2500 and the L5P Gen 2. So we are heading up out of Denver westbound on I-70. So yes, this bad boy will be going over the mountains, over Ike, over Climax. And so we're going to break this video down into several different segments. We're doing our climb out of town. Some big differences with the Gen 2 L5P, more robust exhaust brakes, different pistons. We'll get into that later in a different video. But I'm excited to see how this thing does, and we are towing 19,000. Got the whole family locked in and loaded, and now we're just going to do the climb. So I'm going to break it up into separate videos, and I'll have one video combining all of these. So if you want to check all that out, we'll look at trans temps, engine temps, and just see how it rolls. Without further ado, let's rock. Now don't forget to smash the subscribe button, everybody, and thumbs up and notification bell on all these videos so you know when I'm posting all of them. I won't shotgun these videos out so you can see each one. Then if you want to watch the Ike G is what I call it, Eisenhower Tunnel, the westbound and eastbound, you most certainly can. So this is the LTZ form, one rear end from GM on their diesels, a 342. This is right here. The one thing I want to watch on this one is the trans temps. So 10-speed Allison, we'll watch fuel economy. You can see engine temps. And we'll go over trailer tech and everything later. This is just kind of just going an overall vibe and feel of how the truck does going up and down the mountains, and see if that new improved exhaust brake, turbo, all work together and do a good job. Power is always there, of course, but the exhaust brake on my Gen 1 5 L5P, which was a 21, was not great at all. So, and one thing we'll note too is the brakes on this are substantially better than my 21, so whatever they twisted and changed, that was for the better. So we're going to cruise on up here and see how she does. So we're pulling out of Golden, guys. This is Genesee, I guess, area, and I mean, this thing is just walking up the hill, and it's insane. Like, I heard a lot of people claim, because when we were talking about maybe Power Stroke or Cummins or Duramax, everybody said that the Duramax is a complete slug and it's a dog, and I'm not getting that vibe at all. I mean, this thing, we could probably do 80 up this hill if you wanted to exceed the speed limit, but wow, it's really good. And then one thing I noticed too is so far we're climbing up here, really haven't even went over 2,500 RPMs, and the transmission temp is 162. Now it is a little cooler up here today, it's only 65, and the last time we came over this with the 24 Super Duty 7.3 Zilla and that 10 speed, the trans temps were already way up in the 220s. So very interesting that GM keeps their transmissions so cool. So yeah, we're just going to keep on climbing. This is Lookout Mountain Climb. They got some road construction. You can see the traffic's heavy from the holiday weekend. And we're just going to climb up, and then as we come back down, we'll see how it does exhaust braking. Alright, so we just crested the hill. So this will be the downhill portion of this. One thing I will tell you guys is this thing has tons of power. I mean, and great stability. There were some jackasses that were cutting out in trucks that were in the far slow lane, in a FedEx truck. Shame on you. Bumps into the middle lane, cut several cars off, so we started dumping to the third lane. Well, then a truck dumped in front of him, so then he just dumps in front of everybody else at 20 mile an hour, and it's a 65. So shame on him for that. And tons of power, 172 degree trans temp. And this truck is brand new, so I mean, it's not broken in yet. We were technically not supposed to tow before 1,000. We were kind of close to that. Anyway, so now we're just cruising down. One thing you need to know about Ford and GM is they use what's called dynamic engine braking in the gases, which means if you have cruise control set, it will apply the brakes for you to keep it at it. Obviously, if the exhaust brake, you can add that into your ability to slow down and gear down. And we'll have later videos on how the exhaust brakes works in the L5P Gen 2. It's not just as easy breezy as clicking on a switch to get the most out of it. So we'll have a later video on that. But yeah, coming down, just let off the gas and didn't even touch the brakes, and you could feel that exhaust brake kick in. So far, pleasantly surprised on that. We're going to cruise on by Evergreen Parkway, and once we get down to this really steep downhill, as it goes into, I don't remember where it goes, that'll wrap up this video, because this will just be the westbound Golden climb, and then we'll come back as we go over Climax and westbound Eisenhower and everything. But yeah, so let's take a look real quick as we're going down. So you can see right here where the RPMs are sitting. If I just give a little tap on the brakes, you can see right there, we can hear the exhaust brake engage. And I don't know if you can see the heads up. But now, as long as I don't respond with a throttle press, I mean, this thing literally dropped one gear and it's bogging us down. It was at 60, if you can see the heads up. It's already slowed us down 2 or 3 miles per hour. Yeah, I'm gonna actually have to give some input on the throttle here, because we don't need to be slowing down. I was gonna just keep slowing us down, so that's good right there. But it'll get steeper here in just a second, and then we'll go on to the next. All right, so we got our first 6% grade for 2 miles. So not the longest stretch, but this is the first one. Got some nice busy holiday traffic and everything, and yeah, so we'll get out of this lane. This truck is just all over the place. It's best we stay behind him. So this is where your first drop down when you're on westbound I-70 comes in, and it's pretty steep, 2 miles. It's got some curves in it, and it's kind of got like a little hairpin type turn at the bottom. And of course our highways are awesome here. Yeah, you can hear my wife cringing because they leave potholes the size of Volkswagens here. I mean, look at these things right here. I mean,
these are horrible.
Yeah.
Please fix our roads.
Yeah, these roads are just complete trash here in Colorado. So, yeah, this thing is bad on your RV. It's bad on your car. There's not much we can do because the road is, you can see where they have the concrete barrier there, guys. And so the good thing is, as shitty as the road is and everything's slowing down, we're gonna have to slow down here because of the trucks. But the truck was holding 45 miles per hour. Okay, so no input onto the brakes other than one little tap to get the gear down. It's holding at 2,900 RPM, and it slowed us down on its own. Now it did grab one more gear because the trucks were slowing down even more. There's a quarry up here that gets off in Blackhawk, and so we were trying to watch the potholes and everything, so it was nice. Here's another big pothole. That's awesome. And I'm actually having to speed up. It had taken me all the way down to 38 miles per hour. It's still taking us down. No brake input. So this is very exciting. So for people that said it was bad, like I said, we'll go over a video later about how to get the most out of the Gen 2 L5P exhaust brake and get it to do the most business for you. So, but I'm very, very happy. Yeah, it's really, really good. So there is the end of the westbound, and then we'll see you guys here shortly when we head up the next pass.